Hello, my name is Ross, and this is my review of the Folio Society's limited edition of Hansel and Gretel and Other Stories. This edition of Hansel and Gretel and Other Stories comes inside a turquoise Solander box, bound in cloth specially made to match the turquoise on the binding, with gold engraving on the front of the box. An engraving is also on the spine of the box, with the title of the book, the illustrator, an illustration which is a copy from the first edition, and the Folio Society name. This is a large book, as you can see, with a comparison to the Folio Society edition of June. It is approximately twice as big as June. So now let's look inside the box. As you can see, the book comes protected by a thin sheet of paper, and I personally will keep it protected in this way when I am not using the book. The book itself is bound in buckram. It is blocked in gold foil and screen printed in turquoise on the front and the spine, with a design redrawn from the copy of the first edition. As a side note, buckram is almost always made from cotton, but in some rare instances, buckram can be made from horsehair. As I do not know the manufacturing process for this book, the Folio Society is well known for their good customer service, and if this is a concern for you, then an email will answer this question if you indeed need this question answered. On the inside cover of the Solander box is a commentary by Marina Warner, and this is of the illustrator Kay Nielsen. This commentary is a typical length of an introduction, which inside this book there is not an introduction, so this commentary can be thought of as an introduction. Now onto the book itself. The top edge is gilded in gold. I apologise, I can't get the camera to focus, but as expected from Folio Society editions, it is smith sewn to a standard expected by the Folio Society. Now inside the book. The end pages are gold and a deep orange colour, and it is the same design as the cover of the commentary. The typeface for this book is Carlson type, and it is printed on Caxton wove paper, and it is very thick. The paper is very thick. An additional detail, the edition number was protected by a small piece of paper or cloth, which I removed earlier. There are 22 stories, and all the stories are from the Grimm's fairy tales. However, not all the stories here are in the Folio Society edition of the Grimm's fairy tales. For example, The Six Swans is in this edition, but it is not in the Folio Society edition of the Grimm's fairy tales. However, the Six Swans share the same motif as the Seven Ravens, which is included in the Folio Society edition of the Grimm's fairy tales. Each story begins with a decorative initial, which is in black and red. The margins are very large, as you can see with a comparison to my hand. This was a bit off-putting to begin with, however, I quickly forgot about it when reading the book. There are 12 colour plates reproduced from a copy of the first edition. These are printed on natural evolution ivory paper, and it is tipped onto the text pages along one edge, and it is protected with Japanese tissue overlays. There are also 10 black and white images printed onto the Caxton wove paper. There is a total of 312 pages, and they are numbered to 275. For a thickness comparison, the book June fits snugly inside the boards. The boards of this book are the thickest of any book I have, but it fits the book nicely. Hansel and Gretel and Other Stories is currently for sale on the Folio Society's website for £250. I do not regret my purchase, but my feelings are that this book is a £200 book when compared to other Folio Society books, with a £50 premium for it being a limited edition. However, once again I must stress I am happy that I have this book and I do not have any regrets. Thank you for watching. Bye.